couple of indicator lights are this panel usually. You pull the lever all the way. Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. Wasn't there a sign? Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is the Cupri's kinema, my motor carriage.
Motor carriage. Nothing. It's probably...
Yes, sorry about...
He says it with very badly concealed.
The Cupri's motorcar does provide...
In the cabin, you see a set of... The white suede feels luxurious under...
All right.
He's down playing his... The dashboard lights up. The lights unfold.
There you go. I'll turn them off from...
As you hold your ledger's clip under that.
There she is.
Around the borders of the rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo.
Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. There are so many. The last row has 3. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics.
Son?
The first row represents your... Cool. I'm glad you joined us. Not a lot of money. This next row... Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot. Even for someone who's been on the... Right.
Confirmed kills.
For an RCM officer?
What's it feel like? Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do have, but it seems as though you are.
He's sincerely glad you're not a...
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few. Why not gardening?
It's meant in earth. The lieutenant, no.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights. Yes? What do you want to know? Good. Excuse me? You have a...
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances. No response. He just...
Have you tried concentrating on...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still not a fan.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the décomptage as...
Try work. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool. As you tap on the...
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing.
A metallic drawer, the pull-out toolbox, the frequency tap, the soft purr.
This is precinct.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received. Hold on.
Lieutenant...
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line. Yes, hello? Oh, right.
You can hear resentment. There is no resentment in her.
Well, you tried to jam. I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? No? Not me? No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money to have...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm... not... You know...
You think you hear her? Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else.
I really don't want to talk. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I... Please, no. No. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone...
Sounds like it's going to be bad.
Great. Anything else? I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then... this... Yes, obviously. I've had sailors fighting. Union... Well, you were worse than all of them. Even about Lil... We Go On, by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into... To hell with that song. Then there was your room. I tried to say... And then you screamed something about how you're at... And then I had to deal with your toilet. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again. The stuffed bird, the great... I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Yes, well... Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not... No, I was actually...
There's a pause.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then... okay, but... All sorts of things. Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is...
Interesting. You hear a sigh.
Anything else I can help? 50 seconds.
In the cabin, you see a set. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally. Guess. No, you're the huge lack of enthusiasm going on in there. Of course you... That won't...
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? A lot. For the room and Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe.
It's not often that. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his...
I haven't had any problems.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of. As you can see, I have a wide selection. It keeps me.
entertained. He might be high. If he is, on what?
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you? Is it? Spring is. The pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, a drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has...
Why on earth? There's
a note of those triangle patches on his vest.
I was had to take.
He's taken for mental and emotion.
There's a so much. No one.
So
A bunch of poor people. We were an all.
tough son of a gun.
I lived by the. There wasn't much to volunteer. A bad idea. So the cleanup happened 15 years ago. So I came to Martinez. People told me I like the theory more than this.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Have you tried it before?
It's almost like the lieutenant steps away. Go ahead then.
Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's...
Of course. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
The pawnbroker.
Yes? Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the... That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation. Good. What do you want to know? Good.
striking woman.
Good evening, Officer. Joyce L. Messier. I represent... I meant you. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every...
What is implied here?
I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague...
There's a trace of...
How interesting.
It's hard to get a read on her precise...
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie...
She wants to answer the question. Is what you want to... What is this? An athletic challenge? Scream it. Look at that lady. Take a a well-kempt, yet tastefully short, while dull orange pearls hang. Now look at you. You're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too... Maybe you could ask her... Oh,
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
voila, you're doing. Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs.
Why, yes, I am rich.
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She removes a few notes and... Whoa. Did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Can you eat on...
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
You're right, ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, and seem...
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today? Besides supplementing it, quite a few things. The information I'm to share with you...
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi, from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? Oh dear. I do believe you, naive as that.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be...
Of course, I sympathize.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually... She's a negotiator. Just float...
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to
You're in. But...
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open... The company has tried looking into this matter, or...
Detective, a word... This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have...
He doesn't let it show. But there is a limit.
I'm sure you will, Detective. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. What I propose is, we ask her, then we... Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? You could request a new one.
You're back. Good. Matter of fact, I don't. I have a medical condition of my own. Don't worry. It's curable. With, of course,
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. You have no... So many walls all over.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? Game? Everything is just a game to you, isn't it? Not until you...
Okay, I might...
I really didn't...
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. Can I help you? Yes, have you got... Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? Game? Everything is just a... Not until you bring...
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use.
I really did...
Oh, Lieutenant.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
I have something here we could sell. Look in
The cage at the back of
I confiscated this for a little while back.
the lieutenant nods as you take the spin.
It's not often that I see it. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his project.
I haven't had any
Who are your customers?
all kinds of, as you can see. It keeps me.
Entertained, he might be high. If he is, on what?
Greetings on this fine. Is it? The pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's a drug developed by the military to...
I try to keep the shop.
There's a note on those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something.
Prolodon is just something I was with the
He's taken for mental and emotional.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes. There's a reason why everyone's tried. So much No one's.
So
A bunch of poor people. We were an all.
tough son of a...
I lived by. There wasn't much to volunteer for. The cleanup. So I came to Martinez. I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah, you gotta get in on...
Have you tried it?
It's almost... The lieutenant steps... Go ahead then, he thinks.
Here you go.
Yes, darling.
Of course. Someone else can.
What? The lieutenant shifts from...
Of course.
Yes, we'd like to see.
Roy takes the...
Yeah,
No one was...
of course.
Thank you. Here's the 100 real you need.
The windfall is a
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. A photic path, counter radiance network. Another time.
The worker. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just... On the counter, rolled out. Oh, the man does not mind. You probably need them more than he...
Can I help you? Yes. Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about it.
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically and please pay for each night in advance starting to...
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else Do I have a shaker in my hand?
He sounds and it's not a shaker. It's nothing.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I smiling? Do you see? Because I'm not a bartender.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help.
Like what?
This is the door to the...
Just a moment.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM. I have a cigarette every night when I...
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool.
You mean this? This isn't cool. Yes. It's been... Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that our inspection could have been more thorough. In addition, we got that, but I still feel like we're missing.
He's right.
Now, as for interviews, my list of people, very important indeed. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. Claire also helped you, how should I say? Moving on, we didn't talk to the Wild Pines Realm. Above all, though,
I have a really good theory about why you're running so far.
it's impressive. Nice shoes, by the way.
Thank you for the compliment.
They're quite limited, actually. The power officer, the RCM's primary role. Yes, officers of the RCM. We can arrest people, of course, but you can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
When power calls you, you come.
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was not a good position to be in. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government. The coalition government. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's probably more honest, yes. Either way, the Moralinton leases us the right to keep the peace.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. This soldier.
They really don't like us here. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the unit. We run this city. West of the river is our... It's incredibly hard.
Night. Captain Ptolemy. Rows of houses on either side. Thanks, kid, he thinks.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on it. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution fell. Okay. There are a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats. A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract.
For you, she is something painful.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline.
Something ominous. Something even a little feminine.
The Moralinton are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
It is more than that. This...
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue... But the years have changed that. Do you? No. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting the people of... Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people...
The lights of the orphan...
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. A fine web of scarring covers the back of it, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back. It is too large for a bullet. The shoe you found on the balcony. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own... And maybe, or maybe... The fan stands still. A terrible mistake. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. The lights are... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression, still not happening. It won't. The man is decomposed. The body is reluctant. You're going to need to summon all.
Whoa! Kudos.
Yeah, fuck it to pieces for us.
It's not completely useless. You're able. It feels like. See? The corpse doesn't care if you try to take his boots. He doesn't need them. This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off.
Look, he's skinning the fucker up.
Hell, keep.
The legs look like they've been clawed at by wild animals. As for the boots, yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. A striking woman leans against the.
Good morning, officer. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike. Not a... That's the man who was killed. Better not tie...
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak the Pines' core competency, and that is the terminal.
The Wild Pines group is one.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty...
A billion?
And to think, there are... Wild Pines employ 72,000 people, all of whom have families. They started. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo... You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? There are no minor cogs in the system. Each time...
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Quite a few things. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your name and badge number. What happened to it?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your bag? Oh dear. I do believe you. However, this isn't about my feelings.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to... She's a negotiator.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to...
You're in, but it's...
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the... The company has tried looking into this. Or, you can recover your... It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to... Meth and dextroamphetamine.
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to
Yes. After they clear the terminal, yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the unlikely officer. Perhaps you've known... I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, how do you think they're financing it? It's true, they drove a number of the local businesses. Precisely.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would.
Yes? Excellent. It may... In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Why, yes I am. Good. Everything. Right. I hope I can be of course, detective.
The bed is cold and not particularly. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come. And then sleep doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into half. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter. Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not kidding anyone, Harry. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. Tell me, where are your friends? They were only cramping your destiny. You failed Elysium. Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface, the outer magnetosphere, burning furious truth. 8,000 years of rich. You really dropped the ball, Harry. Oh, no, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. You'll be back in those cold snakes.
Stinky boy.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that. You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is...
So something is wrong. Slip. Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Really? Because you feel even... You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? That's not really true. Don't do that. Stay strong. Of course, you and Speed will be happy again.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. I mean ungovernable. Men who drink beer for breakfast. And the big one must be Hardy himself. I completely forgot. One loose thread less to worry about. That would just escalate tensions. In fact, even the death of...
He's not exact.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can...
Good. But, aren't you...
They're in no hurry. Yes?
you again. Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dies. This was an especially fun set to make.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of time. The man is deep. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. The worn and beaten wooden plank.
You like sunglasses, officer?
There are
Don't be shy.
You find your
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy.
something cold, great. This jacket, practical, and yet
Good choice, officer. Mega sport.
you see too lowly.
I can see you were tasteful.
A pair of found ultras.
Those sneakers, miss.
Only that's madness.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I doubt it. I do my best.
He doesn't know it. No one likes the pawnbroker's gate.
looking for some...
You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? Sure.
On the bottom of the man's boot, the wind howls over the Bay of Rivershell.
It sure is. Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny for when the invasion...
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
Aces! Good to know the law's got our backs. For Rivachol, drugs? They're shit, man. You know where that shit comes from? They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves. I don't go for that for...
The man bites. Colourful.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Huh? Speed. Like. Speed. No.
Of course not. Frit is an establishment that acts within the law.
Bah! What's the point if they don't even sell the goods? A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf.
What is what? If you want to buy one...
Hello. Let me know if I can help you. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
You see rows of... Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. man is... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. The man is The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You really ought to wait until the cadaver... The man is The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You really ought to wait until...
If you think so, I need a little help for carrying him to the holy. Continue working here.
Over here. Let me handle this. Detective disorientated.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman...
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know what you want is of no significance.
I saw what you were thinking. You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it.
Like I already told you.
This is where you say your bed. You hear that, boys? You don't get to...
You might want to...
These guys are so... Do a head count first.
So, you're not just here to swing...
They love him!
Evidence. Show them you have it.
That is fucking...
He said they killed him. These uninitiated do not understand, but...
Well, well, fortune teller. You might be onto something. They don't just end up in trees for nothing.
There was a speck of truth in there for him. You had something other than the bizarre vision too, right? You bet.
Yeah, Roar. And what did he tell you? That we killed him? Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told... Goddamn.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
We hanged him up by...
Didn't they teach you?
You're pretty sure you've had it. Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
We... Look.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped.
That's right, lawman.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
My fucking elbow, Copper.
Samuran boxing, or Sambo. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching.
Right fucking here. The fucker started coming to our bar, asking for it.
Actually, they're admirable.
Let me handle this. Detective Disorient.
Her entire
That's right. So let's get... That's Titus. Talk to him.
This is where you say your bed. You hear that, boy? You don't get...
You might want to start at...
These guys do a head count first.
So, you're not just here to...
They love him, boss.
Evidence. Show them you have it.
That is...
He said they killed him. These uninitiated do not
Well, well. Fortune.
There was a speck of truth. You had something other than the bizarre vision too, right? You better have something. Because...
Container belt? Like... Because we took it.
As he speaks, his fists...
We did this. Goddamn.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what...
We hanged him up by...
Didn't they teach you any...
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of... Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass.
We... Look.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like...
That's right, Lom.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
My fucking elbow, Copper.
Samuran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquent... He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least, and this little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Or him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice. Just tomato juice. A non... A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning.
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at...
Fuck off, Shanky.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to...
Right fucking here. The fucker started...
And fuck you, too, copper.
His all-muscle comment. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out...
Like what, copper? How many people have you sent?
Chaise électrique is the method...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh?
He's clearly been in solitary confinement. And
the fucker got what was coming to him.
Are you deaf? There will be no... Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Who do you fucking think does?
The sweaty man turns red.
It's not the fat ass.
I think you got your...
Yes, there are some administrative differences. You don't have to keep answering.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night.
Known him? We don't... Yeah.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? No, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy?
That's enough insinuation for today.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. I am. He's the kind that shows up when you start a strike.
A live grenade.
This one has a special...
I can't prove it, but I know he was...
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNA's... Yeah, really. Had a...
We couldn't believe it either. But he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers,
There's a slight unease in him, suddenly. He regrets me.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't...
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is top.
Yeah, me.
There's something odd here.
No, you're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Nothing.
Yes, run home. Lonely, rent a cop.
Rent a cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equal.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Starting from the right, sitting on his right, coughs a lot. Across at the other table, a symmetric burn on his, and then standard word. The emblem on his vest in the far corner, size 41, with in the middle, heaving and wheezing. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds.
The fuck is with you, fella? Again.
Good.
About fuck. Oh.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell... You gonna let him talk to...
Let's see. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. What are you talking about? Or what? You...
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think...
This person Glenn wants to...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good if he won't let...
Sorry, boss.
Establish authority. Yes. Did you already? You're probably right. The others are...
And what all the while?
Fascia. That...
Of course.
Yeah.
Now that...
This Carly is a made-up person. It's nothing but a mean joke. They just want to see how you wriggle out of it.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
This time it's going to work.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Starting, sitting on coughs a lot. Across, a cement, and then the emblem in the far corner, size in the mid. In conclusion, exactly.
The fuck is with you? Again. About fucking... Oh.
And what's gonna happen if... You gonna let him talk to me?
Let's see. The old man sent word you'd be... What are you talking about? Or what?
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could make...
This person Glenn wants...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
It has to be good if he won't...
Sorry, boss.
Establish authority. These boots were graceful whirls covered the boot's glossy surface. Fair weather T500. Still, just pieces of sock and...
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Starting, sitting on his right, coughs across, a symmetric, and then the M in the far side, in conclusion, exactly.
The fuck is with you, fella? Oh,
And what's gonna... You gonna let it...
let's see. The old man sent word you... What do you... Or what?
Actually,
This person,
shut the fuck.
it has to be
Sorry, boss.
establish authority.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Again. About...
Start sitting on Kofsala across a symmetric, and then the emblem in the far side. In conclusion, exactly.
The fuck is with you, fella? Oh.
And what's gonna happen if we... You gonna let him...
Let's see. The old man sent word. What do you... Or what?
Actually, boss.
This person,
Shut the fuck up.
it has to be.
Sorry, boss.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out to, you believe the place was called Precinct 41. You seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter? Asked Lieutenant McCoy.
Huh? You got a problem with beer?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
You saying we don't help people?
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere.
So what?
Don't let him drink that. One more pull. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got...
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. If you don't, if you question her, Placia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling and...
Shit. The girl.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
You inexperienced...
I don't understand.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
Relationship? There was no fucking...
Was like that Carrie.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated...
I know her. Well enough, Copper. You mean Revish?
Don't you give her any more trouble. Shut up, Aunt.
Titus gives. What's with all the silences? And what was up with the...
He did it before we killed him. All right. 2 weeks, maybe?
Here you go, boss.
What do you think I meant? Yeah, pretty much. No, we just fucked. That.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
You don't know her. Good boy.
Okay, this time.
Remember what I said. Freight truck.
The door is The door...
Who is it?
Tired. Somewhere, not far from here, the lieutenant is preparing her file. Clausia Ammon.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled. Somewhere, not far from here. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The chain cutters slip out of your hands.